Hello everyone, we're just going to do a warm-up now from standing, so in preparation for anything you're going to do prior to exercising. So my name is John and we're just going to work you through that. So clear the space around you. I've just got a chair here and some tins of tomatoes in case we need to use them for any exercises to come. Okay, so if you're ready, can you all start marching on the spot? So we're not going to be specific about the amount of things we do, but up to 20 to 30 seconds on each part of the warm-up. So as you're marching, I'd like you to try to take those shoulders back, just small circles at the moment. Don't think about taking your arms out of any range of movement that feels uncomfortable for you. And of course, we keep our chest and our tummy tucked in and our chest nice and proud. So if you keep marching along, okay, taking those shoulders back, now I'd like you to do some really gentle punches in front. If you can keep your legs moving while you do this, just ticking over, that's fine. If you find that uncomfortable, you can just do the arms and bring the legs in a bit later when you feel appropriate. Okay, now can we start to take those punches out to the side? What I'd really like you to try to do is make sure you bend your elbows fully and extend your arms as fully as possible. If you want to have your hands out flat or your fingers just hanging, you can. If you can make a gentle fist with them, that's okay too. Excellent. So the next thing I want you to do is you're going to march the arms. So your arms are very slightly bent. What I want you to do is take your arms for a real full range of movement as we progress more. So we take your hands up in line with your shoulders and just swing those hands back. And again, we're still marching on the spot if you feel that you can do that. Good. What we're going to do now, and I'm just going to turn to the side for this, we're just going to lift your heels up as you're now marching those arms still. So again, just bring your heels up as far as you feel comfortable, okay? And this is why it's important to make sure there's nothing that you can trip over in the room. Good. Now again, just check to the side. What we're going to do is just do side steps now. Okay? And if you can bring your arms up to the side, that's good. Excellent. Good. Now you're marching on the spot. I just want you to bring those hands up nice and high and bring them back down to the ground. Just lean forward as you do that. So take them up nice and high and bring them back slowly, pointing towards the ground, just so we get a bit of movement in that back, and this will take your heart rate up quicker, so be careful. If you feel uncomfortable again, don't take them so high and don't go so low. Good. And the last one we're going to do is we're going to stop your legs, and I just want you to rotate to the side. Just swing your arms around and you're trying to keep your hips nice and firm, but just rotate on that lower back, lower spine. So you can take your arms out a little bit more and just turn to look to the side. Good. Just shake that out, shake your legs out, and we're ready to go. Thank you very much. Again, you should be so proud of yourselves. Thank you. So we're going to look at using the Thera band now. So you want a band ideally longer than the extent of both arms are out. Okay, so it gives you an opportunity to do a variety of exercises with it. So first of all, I'm just going to put the band on the floor, put my feet hip width apart. Okay, make sure they're nice and secure under my feet. Grab hold of the band, and I'm just going to bring it up in front. Okay. We've got our knees slightly bent, and of course all those core muscles are nice and strong. Okay? If you want to make it easier, you can alternate in terms of your bicep curls. If you want to make it easier still, you can bend a little bit more to shorten it, or you can just loosen a bit of the band and use single arm bicep curls. Okay? So, let's keep working on those. Keep working the bicep curls. So we're going to do approximately a minute on each. Make sure you're nice and controlled coming back. Excellent. Good. Try not to wrap the band around your hands. Okay? You can have it coming through where your finger is. The small fingers at the bottom there, the little fingers, if you want to do a bit of a hammer bicep curl, if that's easier to do. So, the next exercise is we're going to do an upright row. So, one alternative is to have one foot out, bend that, both hands just in front of you, about in line with where your belt would be, and you're going to bring your elbows up first and bring your hand just below your chin. You could, if you want a bit more resistance, do 2 feet. Again, hands are in front and you're leading with your elbows. Okay? One hand, then the other is an option too. Okay? So again, you're nice and controlled when you're letting them come down. If at all you feel uncomfortable, make sure you stop. You've done fantastically well. Good. Just make sure those shoulders go slightly back as you come up, and don't keep your shoulders in that forward position. Okay. Next exercise is, we're just going to get the band. I want you to put it over your head. Take one hand through, grab hold of it. Take the other hand through, grab hold of it, and it's just underneath your armpits. So, your fists are in front of your shoulders, knees bent, and all we're going to do is just press out with your chest. And again, we're going to do that for a minute. Knees are bent slightly. If at any point you wanted to sit down, you can always sit down. Make sure your shoulders aren't coming up towards your ears, and you're controlling the movement back with those bands. If you want it a bit easier, okay, bring the band, make the band longer. If you want to make it more challenging, you'll hold closer, and it'll just make it more challenging for you. Good. Excellent. So I'm just going to drop one. And now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to hold the band shoulder width apart. I've got an overhand grip, bend my knees, and I'm just going to bring it out so the band just puts a bit of pressure on my chest. So these are called reverse flies, and what I'm going to do is work my upper back muscles. If you want to make it a little bit easier, you could hold out and do one hand, okay, maybe do 3 on one hand, and then 3 on the other side. But keep going, whichever exercise you choose, I want you going, okay? Or you could loosen them off and have less resistance on the band by starting further than shoulder width apart. Good. Just one more. Excellent. So we're going to go to single arm now. So it's going to be a shoulder press. What I'm going to do is hold the band so the end is just sticking out by my little finger. I'm going to step on this, and I'm going to start just in line with my ear. I'm going to take my bicep towards my ear. Nice and controlled. Again, If you want to make it more challenging, you'll hold lower down. If you want to make it easier, have less of the band sticking out by that little finger. Okay, so keep working on that one. Now what I want you to do is you're going to change sides and go on your other arm. Again, keeping that nice and proud, pulling the tummy muscles in nice and tight, and getting your biceps towards your ears. Well done. It's quite a challenging exercise, this one. I'm just going to relax there. So, we're going to utilise the chair. So we're going to do our quads and our glutes, most of the leg really in this exercise. So, make sure you put the band on the floor, tread on it so you're hip width apart. Hold down low if you want more resistance, and higher if you want less resistance. So I'm just going to start midway, just in line with the centre of machines. And as I stand up, I keep my chest proud, my tummy button tucked in, and I let my shoulders be pulled down by the band. So we get really good posture. If you notice, when I sit down, I'm coming down slowly, so I'm working the muscles on the way up as we stand up, and also on the way down. Excellent. You're doing really well. You should be proud of yourselves. Excellent. Okay, nice and controlled. And if it's feeling a bit much, you can just let go of the band and stand up. And if you want to, you can help stand up with your arms and just balance yourself with those arms as you stand up. Good. So I'm just going to remove the chair. We're going to continue with the legs. So this is our last exercise. We're going to stand on the band, hip width apart. I want some good resistance by holding the band here. Bend my knees, pull my tummy in, and I want a big step to the side, back to hip width apart. Big step to the side, back to hip width apart. And then we're going to come back 2 steps this way. And this will be working the outside or your glutes on the sides here. Good. Okay, make sure you're standing very solidly on those bands so they can't come back and hit you. And obviously if you want it more resistant, you will hold lower on the band, stand. Well done. Excellent. Make sure you cool down. You should be proud of yourselves again. So now we've completed the exercises, we just want to do a bit of a cool down. So again, keep nice and strong with your core, sit on the chair nice and proud, and all I want you to do is just bring those shoulders back. So we're taking them back and round. Good. Excellent. Just shake your arms off. Okay? So what I'd like you to do is to take your arms out. You can have them high in line with your shoulders, or low, or you can bend them, whichever you feel more comfortable, and you're just going to try to take those arms back so we have a stretch for our chest. Keep those hands below the line of your shoulders. Okay? Good. Now what I want you to do is have your elbows out, one hand on top of the other one. What I'd like you to do is push your hands away, keeping your elbows up, and then drop your chin down towards your chest. And this should stretch across the upper back. Good. I can still see you if I look up. Well done. And you're just going to bring that in slowly. Okay, I'm just going to put my arm across. And I'm going to take this one up on the back of my arm, not pulling the elbow, and we're just going to reach across to stretch our shoulders. Good. Just hold that for approximately 15 to 20 seconds. same again, going to reach across, so point your fingers the other way, bring your hand up and under, and just reach across your body. Now it's important, after you've exercised, that you don't get up quickly. You just sit there, let your heart rate drop a little bit, just relax. Ideally you have a drink near to you that you can use whilst you're exercising. And at the end, you just make sure you're hydrated. And if you're hungry, then we want to make sure that you have something to eat afterwards. So we're just going to now start with the hands on here, and we're just going to just fill your lungs. Another little shake. Okay. Well done again. You've been brilliant. You should be proud of yourself.